So, I'll be honest, man. I was expecting that the next time I make a video on Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson, that it was going to be a video celebrating his championship win. But of course, the complete opposite happened. He was stopped. He was KO'd. TKO'd, I should say. Come on, stop doing this. Anyways, so Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson faced Adriano Moraes. I believe it's Adriano. Is it Adriano or Adriana? Adriano. Adriano Moraes in a title fight. And thank you. Let's go. Round one of that fight was going as expected for the most part. You know, DJ, for all that's said about him, he really is a fighter's fighter. Like, he comes to fight in every single fight. And you could tell that from his posture, his aggression, the way he was moving forward, cutting off the cage, looking for big shots. He was looking to engage, like what I'm trying to do right now. This fight right now is kind of going very similar to the actual fight. DJ moving forward, looking for opportunities to get the fight going. I mean, this is something that he does all the time. He wants to get out there and he wants to throw a letter. He wants to touch. And so Adriano was doing a very, very good job of circling. And when you have an opponent that's very fleet-footed and doing a good job of circling, and you're trying to catch them and cut off the cage, a lot of times they're the one that actually controls where you're going. They're the ones controlling where you're going. That's the, and I feel like just from what I've seen, from watching boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, a lot of times it's so difficult for the aggressor, right, to decide where the fighter that's backing up actually goes. That's a completely different type of skill that very few people attain. In boxing, of course, Triple G does that very well. You don't dictate where he goes. He dictates where you go, even though he's the one moving forward. Meanwhile, a lot of times when a fighter is backing up, they're making you chase them. And when you're chasing somebody, right, they're deciding where you go. So if they go left, of course, they force you to go right. They go right. They go to their right, they force you to go to your left because you're trying to constantly cut off the cage. But few fighters are able to, while pressuring, decide where the fighter that's backing up is going. A kick. In this fight, though, Adriano was able to decide where DJ goes. Just because, he's bigger, he's longer. He was able to keep kicking range, throwing very nice leg kicks. You could tell he didn't want to engage in any sort of boxing combos with DJ. And DJ on his, was trying to find his way on the inside while avoiding damage, which he was doing a fairly good job of for the most part. In the first round, he was able to, he shot a takedown, which he got reversed. I don't remember exactly how the reversal happened. I believe it was a leg lock attempt by Adriano. I gotta rewatch it to remember. I believe it was a leg lock attempt that ended with DJ on his back. Open guard. I mean, full guard, not open guard. Close guard. And that's where DJ essentially spent the whole entire first round. So, first round, you could definitely score it for, you could score it for DJ, but you could also score it for Adriano. But that's not really the way the judging works in 1FC. 1FC kind of follows the whole entire fight is scored as a whole, as opposed to a 10-point system like in the unified rules. This dude, nigga. All right, let's go. So, second round starts off. Second round starts off, and it's basically the same stuff. DJ moving forward, trying to pressure, trying to find his opening to land shots. He's able to land a couple cross, a few jabs, some leg kicks here and there. And then at one point, while Adriano's back was against the cage, Demetrious attempted to go, well, first of all, he barely evaded a flying knee. It was a flying knee from the rear leg by Adriano. Almost caught DJ. DJ evaded that, caught the leg. The leg was pulled out. He tried to go for a double leg. He got caught with an uppercut, a rear uppercut, which sat him down. When he sat down, Adriano got on top, threw a few ground and pound, framed on DJ's head as DJ was trying to sit up. And with that frame, Adriano lands a beautiful rear knee. Lands a knee to DJ's head while Demetrious Johnson was still a grounded opponent, basically. Oh my goodness, hold on. And of course, floored Demetrious Johnson and then TKO'd him. Which, if you've never seen, there you go. If you haven't seen a lot of 1FC fights, if you're like me and you've not seen a lot of 1FC fights, you know, it comes as a huge surprise. I mean, it was shocking. I was like, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you trying to tell me that knees are legal on a grounded opponent? Yes, they are. I actually had to go look up the rules, and it's very interesting. Very interesting. Matt Hume, who's, of course, Demetrious Johnson's so for the rules, elbows, of course, are legal. I believe the 12 to 6 elbows are also legal, which, of course, they are not legal in the unified rules. But the 12 to 6 elbows are legal in 1FC. So you can go directly from 12 to 6 with the elbows. That's the same elbow that John Jones got disqualified for. I believe those elbows are legal. And another interesting part of the rules I was reading earlier is there's this thing called open attack. Now, I've never seen this in play, or I'm not even sure how it would actually work, but there's a thing called open attack where if you get dropped, if a fighter gets sat down by a strike, right, the referee looks and decides to see if the fighter is intelligently defending himself. And if the fighter is intelligently defending himself, it becomes an open attack. The strike that sat the fighter down becomes an open attack, and then the aggressor can actually kick a downed opponent. So it becomes Pride rules if you're able to defend yourself intelligently. Pride rules, boom, you can now kick and knee a downed opponent. But if you're not intelligently defending yourself, I suppose, then it's not an open attack, then it becomes illegal. So now it becomes illegal to use kicks on a downed opponent. No. But yeah, it is definitely legal. Definitely legal to throw knees on a downed opponent, and they did that because they wanted to make things more interesting and prevent turtling. They didn't want fighters, Matt Hume didn't want fighters to be able to just turtle and avoid taking shots right there. And you know what, man? Although DJ, you know, ended up on the wrong side of it, I do like it. I'll be honest. And this is where I open it up to you guys. Now, maybe you guys can tell me, what is your argument for or against it? Actually, more so, what is your argument against it? Because I've seen some people really argue against it. I've seen Aljamain Sterling, of course, arguing against it, saying that it should definitely be illegal in 1FC, but I don't think it should be illegal. I like the logic. I like the logic that you shouldn't take away weapons from a fighter that a fighter would actually use in a real fight unless absolutely necessary. You know, like, you know, we can't be allowing groin strikes and eye gouging and all that crazy shit. You can't be allowing that. But sit down. That's it. Dunzo. But the ability to knee an opponent that is grounded, of course, you know, sitting down. I believe a grounded opponent is at least 3 points of contact. At least 3 points of contact. So your hand, 2 knees on the ground, that's a grounded opponent. Knees to a grounded opponent, in my opinion, does not seem ridiculously dangerous. Not as, you know, not so much so dangerous as like flying knee or spinning wheel kick to the head. You know what I mean? But that is how Demetrious Johnson lost that fight. Pretty not the best sight to watch DJ get put out like that, but that's just what happens, man. Anyways, I think I'm gonna do one more fight here and call it a day. Be right back. Man, it's just thinking about that, how big Adriano Moraes was, you know, how small DJ was in there. There's also a possibility, you know, because it's 1FC and these guys don't actually get tested. So crazy. These guys don't actually get tested. So, you know, they could be some... I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but all I'm saying is if a fighter wanted to juice, if a fighter wanted to use performance-enhancing drugs and still compete in MMA, 1FC, you can't go wrong with 1FC. Those boys do not get tested. I believe Gordon Ryan, who right now is the pound-for-pound best grappler in the world, I believe Gordon Ryan was actually signed to 1FC, and if you've seen Gordon Ryan, folks, I mean, that man has Tremboloni sandwiches written all over him. Vascularity, dry looking skin, big shoulders, big traps, ripped to the gills. He's clearly juiced. He's not even hiding it at this point. So there's a very good reason why he's not going to Bellator or trying to get signed to the UFC. But 1FC, that's a good fit for him. So who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? I feel like Demetrious Johnson is just... It's so hard to find a place where this man fits properly. He's either so freaking small for everybody he's fighting, or it's like, I mean, he's been... Since he's gone to 1FC, he's just been fighting big boys, man. Like, fighters that are so much bigger than him. It's crazy. His whole entire career, that's just what he's dealt with. I mean, when he was in the UFC... So, first of all, you guys will notice right now, I'm not being too aggressive with this guy like I was with the other guy. Just because, for one, back up, he's using Davison Figueiredo. Davison Figueiredo is very powerful. We run into a lot of shots, we get KO'd, 100%. And this man right here is definitely impatient. So I'm going to be looking to see if I can break him by forcing him to be patient. So at the end of the round, I'm not going to skip it. I'm not going to give him the aggressive barn burner of a fight that he's looking for. And we'll see if we can break him. A lot of times, it's so easy to break impatient players because they just want to go, 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 go. And they don't know how to keep their emotions in check. There we go. Hit him and then back up and not give him an opportunity to land back. It's going to make him feel even more rushed. Like, God, ugh. Like right now, he's trying his best to compose himself. I can tell, but eventually, he's just not going to be able to. He's also, nope. He's also trying to catch me with uppercuts. Tells me that he knows what's up. There we go. All right. Good round. But yeah, I mean, when DJ was in the UFC before the flyweight division was introduced, I mean, he was in the bantamweight division fighting big boys. He was fighting all of them. Ended up losing to Dominic Cruz, the champion. One of the, actually, the first guy to figure out Dominic Cruz's footwork. You guys go rewatch that fight. Dominic was not able to stand with DJ. He wasn't able to stand with DJ. DJ was able to figure out that footwork. He was able to catch him repeatedly on the feet, and Dominic Cruz actually had to implement a wrestling-heavy style to be able to beat Demetrious Johnson. So that was not good. So when DJ was still wearing the Xbox shorts, when he was sponsored by the Xbox. But yeah, flyweight division gets introduced, and then you see just how good DJ is because he's started to fight people around his size. Then you see just how good the man is. But man, it's just, you know, there's a weight class for a reason. And when skill is close to equal, that's when the weight class matters. That's when size, athleticism, strength, all that stuff, that's when it matters. That's not to say that someone who's not as skilled is going to be able to trouble DJ. Don't delude yourself. Do not delude yourself just because you're big, but you don't know how to fight. You're going to be able to do anything to DJ. You have no idea what you're talking about. When size matters is when there's also skill. When there's also skill involved. You're not just going to get off your couch, 6 foot, 200 pounds, and think, oh, I'm just going to go beat up DJ. You have no idea how delusional you are if you think that will happen. It's just unfortunate turn of events. It wasn't the best. Oh, this man's trying to shoot now. You're a wrestler now. Oh ho, here comes the brute force. Here comes brute force. That man's getting tired. He's getting impatient. Nope. Oh, hold on. That was the first time we've seen DJ stop, man. And he's been hurt before, he's been dropped before, but we've never seen him put out like that. And it's crazy. This is the year of fighters who've never been stopped getting stopped. This is some crazy, crazy stuff. It was as weird as watching Conor McGregor get, like, stopped. There's just something weird about it, you know? There's just some fighters that you've never seen them in that position, and then when you see it, it just does something to you. It's like, damn. You almost forget this person can, damn, like, oh my God, really? Like watching Conor McGregor eat that uppercut and go to sleep. Well, he didn't go to sleep. I don't think so. I don't think he was unconscious. There we go. All right, this is the part where I start picking this man apart. We're going to start going single strikes. Come on. All right, so now we have him exactly where I want him. Relax, relax. He's also doing this forward moving lead leg kick fake into, come here, on your back. Forward moving lead leg fake into a cross. So maybe you would look to slip the cross and catch him with something. And of course, we're gonna just let this play out a little bit, work on that patience a little bit, see if we can get him to see if we can break him. That's the goal. I don't know what's next for DJ. I really don't, but we'll see. I hope he's well, he said he's okay. He's fine. He's fine. It also goes to show, man, like I was talking about this in the other video, there's just, the UFC is not the only place with talented fighters. It's just the most popular, and you know, and I'm also guilty of this. I mostly watch the UFC. If I tried watching all of MMA, I literally would not do anything else. There's just too much content to try to digest, honestly. Too much content. There's too much MMA going around. So you gotta pick and choose, man. So I watch the Premier organization, and I'll just leave it at that. Occasionally, I'll check out Bellator, ONE FC, but for the most part, UFC. Okay. All right, we're gonna start picking at him now. One shot, one shot, one shot, one shot. Again. This is where it gets really annoying. Right here is where it gets annoying. Just picking at him, no combos. Again. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Kick. Leg kick. Leg kick. Body. Another leg kick. Hurt. Oh, he's broken. There we go. It's okay, brother. I understand. Get up. I get it. Uppercut. Uppercut. Let's get him out of there. I understand, brother. No shame. No shame. If you don't want to play anymore, you shouldn't have to. That's fine by me. There we go. We got him exactly where we wanted him. I mean, he showed his hand very early on in the fight, in the first round. He taunted me because I wasn't bringing the fight that he wanted. He wanted a proper knock. You know, he wanted to just go at it, brawl, and use his power. And then when I noticed that's what he wanted to do, we just slowed things down. Didn't give him any opportunity to rock me. between rounds. I was just wasting time, taking my time. After a while, they just get fed up. They just get, I'm done, dude. Just screw this. Screw this, I'm done. Plus, you know, both legs at that point was completely damaged. His left and right leg damaged. He just didn't see any path to victory, so he decided to leave. That happens, and that's okay. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about that fight, Demetrious Johnson versus Adriano Moraes. Also, let me know in the comments what your argument is if you're against knees on a downed opponent. What is the argument you have? Convince me. Change me mind. And I'll talk to you guys later. As always, stay safe. Peace out.